Imagine when you have three 3-point shooters in the caliber of Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry all running around the 3-point line, getting their open shot. It's going to be a living hell because they could any point inside the half court line, you have to respect them and guard them. What is going on? I want to welcome you from half court for today, Thursday, April 21st. I am your host, Sean Murphy, alongside my guy, Jeff Iafrate. Jeff, what's going on, man? NBA playoffs, so much basketball this week. A lot of things to talk about. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm even better. It's that time of the year, Sean, where the best of the best get to match up, and we get to witness a lot of crazy shit. So we're about to cover some of that stuff today, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, dude, when you're talking about all the crazy we're seeing, the Golden State Warriors, it seems like have just been the crazy Warriors that we've seen in the past again. And it almost feels like it's going at a new level because when we talk about Death 5 lineups, it appears that the latest one that the Golden State Warriors have might truly, to the sense of the word, be a death lineup. Now, Jeff, I'm not sure if you paid attention to that Warriors Denver game last night. However, in under 20 minutes, the Golden State Warriors scored 70 points. They literally scored 44 points in the third quarter. This team, when it is firing on all cylinders, which it looks like they can literally flip a switch, especially with the performance of guys like Klay, Jordan Poole, and now Steph Curry, who's coming off the bench because of his injury. I mean, the best sixth man of all time. Like, Jeff, this team's unreal.
Yeah, it is. And I was reading a stat actually. I don't know if this is 100% correct, but I think when Steph, Klay, and Draymond are all healthy, I don't think they've lost a playoff series. Like when they're healthy. Like, everyone knows when they threw the 3-1 lead, but Draymond was obviously suspended. So when they're healthy, and you're seeing it, they're healthy, obviously. Jordan Poole, my God, the things he's been able to do, especially, Curry coming back. I didn't expect him to be this good this early, but yeah, the new revamped death lineup, like it was obviously deadly with KD, but having a guy like Jordan Poole, obviously Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and then you have Draymond Green who's facilitating. I mean, and then obviously Andrew Wiggins, who just brings a lot of other things. It's scary for teams, Sean. Yeah. I mean, I think I was reading a stat as well. That the unit took to the court with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. I think Golden State was trailing 43-35.
Yep.
And they, after that, went on a 22-8 run in half a quarter. So it's a scary lineup. And I think even like going into the Memphis series, how do you guard that with Steven Adams on the court? You can't have him on the court.
Well, here's the other problem. You see all the problems that Memphis is having with Anthony Edwards just driving in the paint. Imagine when you have three 3-point shooters in the caliber of Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry all running around the 3-point line, getting their open shot. It's going to be a living hell because they could any point inside the half court line, you have to respect them and guard them.
Yeah. You can't double nobody.
No, you can't.
Make you pay. Even if let's say you say, all right, I'm gonna leave Draymond Green open, he's still gonna make a play. Like he's gonna drive to the basket, someone's gonna get open. He's gonna, like you saw Jordan Poole make a couple beautiful passes. Like his ability to shoot the ball is one thing, but everybody on that Golden State Warriors team can pass the ball. And that's what you need. I mean, obviously that's their offense, that's their culture, but Jordan Poole, man, he's gonna be a sought after free agent. I know people in Detroit are already talking about him as well.
Well, I think now we're seeing why the Warriors were not worried at all. Like, because it really is the thing of they knew all we needed to do was get Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson back on the court together. Because Draymond Green, even though he did not have time with all three of them back on the court together until this playoff series, which, by the way, the fact that they're as dominant when they haven't all three of them played together in 3 years is insane. But the fact that he did have that time with them, like Draymond and Steph had the time over the past couple of years. Klay and Draymond had that time over the last half part of the season, or when he got healthy and got back on the court, they were able to play for a little bit. But like Draymond knows each player and their tendencies and what they want to do and where they get their looks. So like he can coordinate for Jordan Poole, he can coordinate
Mhm.
for Steph Curry, he can coordinate for for Klay Thompson. Like this guy is truly one of the best basketball players in the world and doesn't get enough credit for what he can do because it's insane how much he is just an he is honestly like a conductor or he's like a composer on a
Yeah.
court. It's insane.
Especially defensively. I mean, people get obsessed with
Oh.
scoring. People get obsessed with scoring, but Draymond Green, what he brings, and you saw it last night, and even the game in game one, he just irritates the hell out of Jokic. Like he irritates
Mhm.
everybody. And he not only does that, but he gets under your skin. He's physical, and he got a Jokic ejected essentially because of the no call. But that he just brings so much value to the Warriors because again they have so much shooting that Draymond
Mhm.
doesn't have. He doesn't have to score. I mean, he can end the point. A Draymond game can be like a dialing a phone number. It could end your stat lines like 5, 6, 7, 3, and 2, and you're like, wow, Draymond played really well. Like he doesn't have to score a lot, but he's doing so many other things, and that's what makes the death lineup so interesting because you have a guy in Draymond Green who's like the size of a small forward, but he can guard centers. So Draymond Green, if when healthy, if he plays a full season, he's in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. This year, obviously, he wasn't healthy, but the last couple years, even Draymond. Just what impresses me the most is Draymond. I mean, you call it quote unquote your prime. Like Draymond might not be kind of the same player he was years ago, but the fact that he
Mhm.
came back and right away is making an impact defensively, like he clearly hasn't lost that much of a step. He's still valuable. So shout out to the Warriors. And it makes me think as well, what if they didn't take James Wiseman and they took LaMelo Ball? LaMelo Ball would kind of essentially be like this Jordan Poole role, but now you got Poole
Yeah.
who's out there just hooping.
Well,
So the Warriors look scary.
I think Jordan Poole's better for them
Oh
than
yeah, because of
LaMelo
the
Ball
shooting.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I
only
mean,
that, but also I think Jordan Poole's just a higher effort player. We might have to do a video on this at some point, but I'm really not buying anything about the Charlotte Hornets right now after what I saw from that Atlanta Hawks game.
yeah, you're
We
selling your
might have to
stock.
talk about that a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
mean, you're not far off. You're not far
yeah.
off. But yeah, Jordan Poole, man, has been a great value. I mean, the Warriors team, they're a team that is going to contend. I don't think they'll make the finals, but certainly they're gonna. I think they'll
I
make the Western Conference Finals.
I mean, it's hard to picture a team beating this Warriors team 4 times in any series if they keep playing like this.
Yeah,
Like in the crazy thing is that they're going to be playing the Phoenix Suns, who by all means have been the best team in the league. I mean, they're gonna have a hell of a time against the Memphis Grizzlies, but I don't see a team that is struggling this much against Minnesota and what they're doing on the offensive end. Like it's a whole different. There's levels to this. Like
yeah,
Minnesota's just running iso ball with good young players and just letting them go out there and get buckets. This
right.
Warriors team is a well precisioned, articulated, designed attack from beyond the arc. And they're
hmm
just going to make it rain all over Memphis.
And they're going to make you play their game,
Uh huh.
their style of basketball, and that's kind of why I'm excited to see Phoenix because I think Phoenix in a way can kind of, especially with Chris Paul and Devin Booker, can kind of change the pace and slow it down a
Right.
little bit. Like Chris Paul can be like, all right, you got to play our game, which is half court sets, having the Warriors like they love transition, running up and down the court. Jordan Poole, you saw some shots he hit yesterday. I'm like, what the hell? He's swishing like
Right.
fadeaway, in the corner, and people hand right in his face. He's still swishing. So
Mm-hmm.
they're a team that is probably going to sweep the Nuggets, but I'm interested to see them against Memphis or Minnesota, given who wins. I mean, that's probably you're going up a step in a team, and then if they completely obliterate Minnesota or Memphis, then I'll say, all right,
Right.
probably Phoenix should buckle up, but
Right.
they're still
Well,
a team that can make a deep run.
I will say though, I do think the Warriors matchup for like I think Phoenix is a good matchup for them. I think stylistically it could be difficult. Now Phoenix, I do
Vice
also
versa
think
too.
I think Phoenix can also take advantage of them on the interior, and I think they can make Steph Curry and even Klay Thompson's life a living hell throughout that series on the defensive end because Devin Booker is going to be he's going to be ready to go. Uh,
And
Chris
and my
Paul is
question
going to
my
be ready to
question
go.
too, real quick, is like if you have that death lineup out there, can you still play DeAndre Ayton? Like, how do you go about? That's
Yeah.
tough. Like, you
Well,
got Draymond playing center, he's gonna pull DeAndre out. Like,
I mean, you could bring in JaVale McGee in those types of lineups. And the other thing is you have Mikal Bridges, you have Cam Thomas or Cam Johnson. Like they have like
they can go small as well.
yeah. Like they're super versatile. And like even though they don't have a Draymond Green, they do have a why am I blanking on it? Jay Crowder.
Yeah,
Jay
Jay Crowder,
Crowder. They have Jay Crowder. They have veterans like
junkyard
that are
dog.
yeah, junkyard dogs, man, that like are not afraid of them. So that team is tough. I think Phoenix, like they're that kind of team that can just mentally mess with you and just try to piss you off too. So I just think, oh, that's just going to be such a good Western Conference Finals. And it's not to just know for a fact that it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. But
Yeah.
more importantly, what do you think of the Golden State Warriors? Do you believe that this run is for real? Do you think this team could be a championship contender? Because as of right now, if they keep putting up points like they did against Denver the other night, it's going to be a heck of a run.
They're screwed.
With that, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow Jeff on Twitter at JeffIFRady. Be sure to follow me at Sean Halfcourt, but also be sure to follow at FH Court Pod. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next time from Half Court. Be sure to subscribe.